put the kettle on. I've had another thought. Honestly, my thoughts out loud are like a whole new world. I'm not entirely sure that my little setup here is it's going to last this video. So we'll see. That'll be interesting. I have no like gadgets or gizmos, no props, no tripods, no table setups. It's just me and my cup of tea, and I currently have my phone balanced on wrapping paper. So if it stays still, we're doing well. If you fall over, then the wrapping paper's needed, obviously. So my little weekly thoughts out loud is it's something that has really, I've really observed this week especially. Why do we need an answer for everything? You tell me. Why do we need an answer for everything? Why do humans, why are we so fascinated or interested in needing to answer everything? It really, really interested me. So this week, several times I have heard around me, why did they do that? Or what happened for that to happen? Or whatever the situation, the person thinking it out loud or asking it was looking for an answer. And I simply turned around and said, the answer that you make up in your head is only going to be your own perspective and your own thoughts of what you're looking for. So what if there isn't an answer, and what if the answer is not what you're wanting to hear? How's that going to make you feel? Why do you need the answer? So that got me thinking with my notes. Why are humans so uncomfortable with simply not knowing? Maybe we're not supposed to know. Maybe we're supposed to wait until we're ready to know. Maybe we're never supposed to know. Something happens and almost immediately the mind wants an explanation. Why did that happen? What does that mean? What's going to happen next? Yada, yada, yada. You fill in the dots. Sometimes we don't have enough information yet. So the brain goes, no problem, I'll make something up. That's the danger. That's the dangerous part. And I've been speaking so much this week with my family about making stories up in our head. And on my previous post, you know, it's the stories we make up in our head. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. That is such a whole new hole to go down. But they're simply that. They're stories. Is it fact, fiction, or fantasy? I've gone off it again. So no problem, we'll make something up. That's where I was leading with that. You make up the stories and it's whatever you choose to decide to believe. But is it true? That's a whole new rabbit hole. But suddenly we've produced an entire Netflix documentary in our mind, don't we? It just happens. From approximately 3 facts and a facial expression. So someone says something or does something or gives a facial expression and we go, we know what that means. We become pros. We become experts at reading into what we don't know, filling in the gaps and assuming rather than is that real? Is it not real? Our brain just gets carried away with us. I love this. I am no philosopher. I'm no brain surgeon. I'm no neuroscience. I'm no expert. I'm no expert to explain the reasoning around this. Do you want me to help you with that? Okay. However, when you take an observation of something that happens so clearly, where do you want it here? To all of us. There you go. So often, to all of us, all the time. You got it? Well done. It just makes you think. And I'm like, oh, interesting. Maybe I should learn. Maybe I should, because I'm so interested in it, maybe I should look into why our brain does this rather than talk out loud on YouTube about my thoughts and feelings on it. Who knows? But why does uncertainty feel harder than having an answer? Even when the answer might be completely wrong, something in us satisfies our brain that, we've got the answer. Okay, we've made an answer up, so that's it. We're happy now, we've got an answer, even if it's not true. We've satisfied our mind, but are we ever satisfied if we don't know the truth? Or if we doubt what the answer is, then your mind plays a game on you again. If you've lived for years with being given lies and misinterpreted information that we're so used to, and then all of a sudden the illusion, you wake up from this illusion and you go, what's real? What's not real? Because surely our brains don't know the difference between reality and what we tell it, which was again my point from a video before. The stories we make up in our mind determine how we see ourselves and how we portray other people as a judgment. And that's all made up. That's not real. Again, going back to fact, fiction or fantasy. I'm going down another rabbit hole. Let's go back to my notes. What was I writing? I even forget what I'm even talking about. I love my brain. So, okay, I wrote, think about everyday harmless examples. Someone doesn't reply to you. The weather ruins your plans. Or you overhear half a conversation. Or something disappears from the fridge. Who are you going to blame first? Or did you forget you ate it yourself? Oh God, that's when Observer makes an appearance. What is the fact? What do we actually know? Ego steps in. Okay, we love ego. Ego says, well, technically very little, but I do have a theory. Ego loves a theory. Ego loves a story. And ego loves you to believe the story he wants you to believe. How about explore the possibility that I don't know yet is an answer in itself? Let that land. Let's go on to the next one. So, you don't have to force uncertainty into certainty just to make yourself feel more comfortable. How many of us do that? Come on. Especially when you're not aware that you're doing it. But once you become aware that you are doing it, you notice the patterns, and you can actually physically stop yourself and go, no, 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 no. This isn't real. This is my mind making up a story. Let's wait for us to have the facts. Maybe we'll never know, and maybe that's okay too. We don't have to know everything, and I am so grateful, so grateful for this inner wisdom, this inner knowledge to accept and understand that we'll never know everything and every answer and every reason, and that's okay. Like, that's so okay. Move on. Yeah, move on. However, I did make a note that this isn't about ignoring your intuition either. Intuition is a massive thing for me. You can notice a feeling without immediately promoting it to fact of the year. Fancy that. Oh dear. So you listen to your intuition. Your intuition doesn't lie. But when you're listening to the noise around you and the people and the society even, just the pressure, and the loved ones around you that may that may make your judgment foggy. Listen to your intuition, listen to your truth, because when you block out the noise, it's so clear. You know with your feelings. I go with my feelings. I now, from past experiences, words to me, yes, they're important, and yes, they're meaningful, but the truth lies behind actions, behind movement, behind the energy behind it. Sometimes words can project someone else's wounds or wants and needs onto you that aren't actually yours, and that's really important too. I think I've got that across. Question: how good are you at leaving a question unanswered? So, going back to what I just went down the rabbit hole with, if you have a question unanswered, how good are you at leaving it unanswered? Or how often do you make up a story about it and then live by that story as if it's gospel? What stories does your brain choose to believe or leave? I love that. So yeah, what does your brain do? What's your perspective in filling in the gaps for other people's actions, words, motives, unanswered questions? I wonder. Maybe, after all of that, maybe not every question needs an immediate answer. Some things can stay question marks for a while or forever. Sometimes things are never meant to be understood for a reason. And I love that, because sometimes you can't move on in life. You can't live your life to your full potential if you're still hanging on to the past. We've only got the now, the right now. Not the past, not the future, but the now. So if we're hanging on to unanswered questions, how can we live and experience new questions that are more meaningful to the now, because this is what we're living in right now. Yeah, I'll leave you with that for today. If it resonated, I'd love to hear your thoughts. My son's agreeing too. If it didn't, then if you got to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing your time with me and for my spoken thoughts out loud. And maybe I'll have another one for you next week. Have a lovely day.